Man, I tell you what, there's no one that makes me smile more than Dabo Swinney and the big Clemson tiger on his chest, the paw. I mean, it just makes me so happy because of what Frankie's been able to experience at Clemson. And Coach, you're always willing to come on here with us and help us. This is year 6, and we are going to cross $1 million in
Wow.
May in the driveway. So, I mean, you've been with us from the beginning. Like, this is year 6. What are you thinking?
Well, first of all, I just think, time flies when you're having fun. But secondly, it's amazing. And you are amazing. And just, Frankie's amazing. I've just had a ball hanging out with him and all of Clemson Life. But for you, your heart and what you do is really cool. And just how you've been able to use something that you've been gifted with to
Mhm.
bless other people and use you have, everybody has some type of platform. Some are much bigger like you, but everybody has some type of platform that they can use to help someone else. And you do that so well. So it's fun for me to come alongside and do whatever I can to help you in that endeavor.
Well, I try to explain it, and I know you do it every day because your culture is so good at Clemson. And it stems from the leadership at the top with Jim and Beth Clements and the culture on campus. And, Clemson Life has been around for 15 plus years. And when I try to tell people about how safe and secure Frankie is around campus, how people know him, and there's a comfort level because it's not easy to drop your kid off at college, and certainly not that kid and any parents like us that have to deal with extra measures with your son. But the experience is just off the charts. It's hard to even put it into words. And Clemson athletics has been a huge part of the experience. When you explain it to people, how do you explain the Clemson Life program when people ask you about it? Because Dave Doran and NC State's getting their program launched in January of 25.
And I'm excited about that. Well, the way I explain it is, as I was introduced to Clemson Life, I was just fascinated, honestly, and blown away because I had a background with Johnny Stallings, who was with that had Down syndrome, and I had experienced 7 years of watching him do life, with his dad, and Johnny was amazing, and everybody has different challenges and things like that, but the Clemson Life program, especially for a lot of times, parents probably think, well, my kid will never be able to have a chance to go off to college because maybe they're limited by whatever it is. And Clemson Life has breaking those barriers down and have created bridges to because learning is for everyone. Life is for everyone. In fact, Kath, my wife, went and spoke at the Clemson Life graduation last weekend, and she just had the best time. And that was kind of her message is, life is for everyone. Learning is for everyone. Love is for everyone. And it's just been so cool. And as Clemson athletics, not just us, have embraced Clemson Life, I think it's helped uh, integrate the whole student population
Mhm.
together. It's not like, oh, Clemson Life's over here and the student. No, no, no. It's just they're just like you have the architecture students and you have the engineering students and you have the Clemson Life students. You have the whatever. They're just all integrated together in this campus, and it is beautiful to watch. And everything I go to, it doesn't matter what I go to. I could go just walking through downtown. I could go to a basketball game or to a baseball game, and they're just so embraced. And that's been the beautiful thing to watch and to see parents. I've seen so many. I know you've been, to like, okay, like you drop your kid off, and like okay, this is happening. And Erica and the whole staff of Clemson Life, what they do to equip them uh, to use their gifts, and to bring out the best version of them, and to teach them that yes, learning is for everyone and life is for everyone, and all that goes on through their educational experience here and equipping them as people, just like all the other students that are coming here, they're figuring life out. They're getting equipped as young people it's the same thing going on at Clemson Life. And then the awesome thing too is now we've started to create opportunities post graduation, to help them have more opportunities to go on and do stuff. In fact, I was just watching a video yesterday that a friend sent me, uh, and it was a kid out in Austin, Texas. And it was a video, his mom's video of him opening up this letter and he was getting accepted into Clemson Life. And the joy in that video it was amazing. And he was going, I'm going to college. And he was like, he's just going, I'm going to college. And it was just this emotional moment. And so I just have this cool opportunity because of my role and position here to see the beginning of that and to see these kids come in and then to see them as they mature and grow and just like the players on my team and to see them really transform. And that happens through Clemson Life. And it is truly one of the most special programs in this country. And I think it's a great example uh, to everyone out there. And we should all have that. There's because we only, I think, limit ourselves by how we think. And,
Mhm.
and we allow other people maybe to put limitations on us. And it's just this beautiful thing that happens here in Clemson, South Carolina that I don't think people really understand until they really come and see it.
I'm with you on everything you said. I mean, all in, right? That's what you say. And that is the way Clemson has embraced. Those are such strong, powerful words. I say safety and secure and included and all those things. So that was part of the reason why I pushed NC State so hard to create a program. You were such a shining example of how it can happen on campus and how easy and seamless it can work if everybody just does a little bit extra. And that's what I look at NC State doing now. They have Think and Do all over campus. Dave Doran and his wife, Sarah, I know you know them well.
Yep.
They're all in on doing this at NC State and helping. Dave wants to be like you, the face of the program, and help families navigate this incredible experience that, at Clemson, I think the acceptance rate is like 10%. That's 9 families like mine that didn't get a chance to experience what we got. And
Exactly
there,
right.
there just needs to be more. And I think because you're such a great ambassador and accepting of all of it, Dabo, it has led others to open their eyes to say, hey, look at the size of the Clemson football program and look what they're able to do. And look what NC State could do if they just gave it a little bit of thought and a little bit of extra effort. And of course, Jim spoke to Randy Woodson, and that helped. And then, you get the right people at the table, I think you can get things done. That's the way I
Well,
look at it.
yeah, and in my role, as I try to do my job, part of my job is educating my players, equipping them and building them as men. I want them to have a great experience and I want them to win, but part of equipping them is teaching them how to serve, and it's opening their eyes to things that maybe they have never really been exposed to. And the Clemson Life has been something that's been special to Kath and I, but it's to watch the integration with Clemson football and Clemson Life has been awesome. And I know we all you know the story of David Seville and how that first got started, and just to watch, just to kind of sit there and watch how the players, because in the beginning, they're like they don't really know, like, but then they soon realize, look, he's just like there's no everybody's got different challenge. Like I can't see if I don't wear my contacts, right? Like we all have different
Right.
challenges that we deal with, but it's just this beautiful thing, and I think it helps me teach perspective in my world, because in my world it's so easy to lose perspective, with the kids that I deal with, and the expectations and performance, and a lot of these kids are told, how great they are, and they've got this talent, but helping them have perspective about life and helping them have perspective about others and serving other people and using their platforms to create joy for other people other than just on a football field, with the helmet off. And that's part of it. And so it's been an awesome opportunity for me to help do my job, and Clemson Life provides me that opportunity. and it's just this awesome thing to watch and to see the joy. I mean, we had, and I know you know this, but we usually take a day in the fall and a day in the spring where like we're
Mm.
gonna get together, just Clemson football with Clemson Life, and it's so fun every single time. And our because our team changes, and there's new people coming into Clemson Life, and to see them just take ownership of it. I mean, they take ownership. It's really really cool. And then my favorite thing is just the one-offs around campus, just random, around campus. I'm like, "Go Sweetie!" And and I get to we just have this connection, and to see
Right.
the same thing with our student body and how our student body has embraced Clemson Life. It really is a great model and a great example of how it should and how it can be on every campus. And as you say, there's so many parents out there that 9 out of 10 who don't get the opportunity. So, man, I'm so excited to hear that NC State is gonna, create an opportunity. I know Dave will do an awesome job in helping in any way he can as well.
I want to get your take on this, Coach, about team, because you mentioned service, and I think you're always on a team, no matter where you go. There's different kinds of teams, but you always have a team. And Clemson is a team around Clemson Life, and you have your football team. In basketball, because I know you love hoops, you're still playing pickup every week, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
saw that. I saw that. You got
That few stitches day before the North Carolina Clemson basketball game. Yeah, I became a meme for life, but the choice was I could stay at home and hide or just embrace it and go to the game. I was going to the game, but yeah, I had 3 stitches, but hey, we won the game, just so you know.
Hey, I won $20 on that because when you popped up and I saw that, I said, I bet he got that in a pickup game.
I
I
did. It
said,
was a finger. It was
25.
actually a finger. It was a finger.
Ooh.
And it just slit my eye. Right. I mean, like a clean slap. 9:30 at night, I'm getting stitched up on a Friday night by our team doctor. I called him. I was like, I've sent him a video. I'm like, I think it's okay. And he's looking at me
Uh-uh.
in the FaceTime. He's like, that's gonna need
No.
some stitches. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a good one. I'll have to say that. That was a good one. But
Yeah.
I want to ask you about this because in basketball, there's the stat sheet and then there's the non-stat things, like running the floor hard and setting good screens on angles or closeouts, box outs, and there's screen assist. There's a lot of things there. What are the things that make football players really good teammates? And then how does that apply to the overall success of what you do?
Yeah, well, I think, in football, there's 11 guys, and it's unlike basketball, basketball, you got to go play defense, and you have special plays. So you got special teams as well. And you're you do all of that. But in football, you know, you don't play both ways. So you play offense and you play defense, and then you have a whole third of your team is special teams. And so, being a great teammate in the game of football is so important because it takes so much. I mean, we have 135 guys on the team and only 11 on the field at one time. So being selfless, you're really embracing whatever role you have on the team, and just we call it doing your 111. And if you're on that field, it's so important. The way you're a good teammate is your job and you do your job with the efforts that we expect, because everybody's counting on you. And just like in defense, like being a great teammate is okay. I've got the A gap. Well, I'm going to be in the A gap, because if I'm not in the A gap, I got 2 people in the B gap. Man, here goes a big play. So just being responsible for your role and whatever it is, whether you're one of the 11 on the field or you're the guy that's preparing them through the week. And then part of being a great teammate is also being ready, because you don't ever know when your opportunity is going to come, and boom, all of a sudden, man, your defense is playing great. And now you're the backup quarterback and the starter rolls his ankle. And now you got to go in. Well, that defense is counting on you to have prepared, to have put in the work, to know the game plan, even though you may not even play, but now you've got to be ready, because we all are impacted, right? We all take the L or we all celebrate the win. And so I think those are some of the things, but supporting your teammates, being ready, extra effort, practicing each and every day, coming to work. We in our game, unlike basketball and baseball, like you don't get to play 2 days later, or in baseball tomorrow, we get 12 opportunities. And what anything you get after that is what you earn. So the 300 and something days in our world, like we get 12 days that we know we're going to get to play the game. All right. And so those other 300 and something days, we're just practicing and preparing and meeting and training and all those type of things. So uh, every single game is huge. So you have to treat practice. You have to create game habits at practice. You have to create that mindset every single. You have to fall in love with that part of it. And I think great teammates, that's what they do, and then they help others people. They bring them along to have that same focus and perspective, so that when you get to game day, you can just play. It's too late when the confetti flies. It's too late when the lights come on. Champions are made when nobody's watching. And great teammates, they help other people along the way, especially when nobody's watching. I think that's when you have the opportunity to be the best teammate.
I think that's what Clemson Life is. I think there's great celebration and being part of that team, because that team helps each other. They look out for each other. There's definitely their own culture of protection and safety and security and involvement. They're constantly together doing things. It's a wonderful community, and it's just a perfect setting to be able to have those kinds of experiences. Which leads me to what you had mentioned earlier, was about graduation from Clemson Life. Frankie's in his second year. He's got 2 jobs, one at Your Pie, one at the Shepherd Hotel. And I know the Shepherd Hotel is something that I know you're very fond of, and that you're a part of in creating it, naming it, all that stuff. South Carolina has, the University of South Carolina is going to have a Shepherd Hotel. And now that NC State has a life program, or whatever they're going to call it, because I'm not sure what they're going to call it yet, but they're prospecting property right now for a Shepherd Hotel in Raleigh. And it's an incredible, it's just incredible synergy, really. I mean, how it's all come together. It's a natural postgraduate job for Clemson Life students who graduate and want a job. Can you share a little bit about the Shepherd Hotel and what it's meant to you and your family?
Yeah, it is amazing, and I'm so thankful to be a part of it. Every time I drive by it or go by, you just can just walk in there, and you just feel like, I mean, it is so unique, and you can feel the love, you can feel the joy, you can feel the pride that everyone has in doing their job, and being a part of a team, and using all the skills that they've acquired through their education, just like anybody else that graduates college. You're ready to go use your tools that you've been equipped with, and so the Shepherd Hotel, it's an amazing story how it all came about, and all of that stuff. But it is, I think, something that 100 years from now, will still be going strong, and it's purpose driven. It's rooted in it's not just a for-profit business. I mean, it is rooted and built on purpose with core values, and every little detail was well thought out, and just such great intentions by the people there. But what it's done is it's really created synergy with the university, Clemson Life, the town, you name it. But it's created these postgraduate opportunities, and it is a natural thing. A lot of these kids, they want to stay in Clemson. They this and that. So it gives them opportunity, and also the Shepherd has so many areas. Not everybody's a quarterback. Not everybody catches the ball well. Not everybody is a linebacker. Not everybody's big enough to play left tackle, right? But in the game of football, football players come in all shapes and sizes, and there's all kind of unique jobs and abilities. And the Shepherd Hotel provides just all types of opportunities for the Clemson Life students to use their natural gifts. It could be there might be service, or it might be dealing hospitality. It could be in the restaurant part. There's so many things that they can do, and so it's just really fun to see them fulfill their purpose, and because they're coming out of graduation, they're so proud of what they've accomplished, and now it's awesome to see them have opportunity to continue that growth, to continue living, to continue, and just setting the example for those to come behind them. And so it's really cool, purpose-driven hotel, boutique hotel, and I'm excited to be a part of it and know that there's going to be some other opportunities out there, as this thing continues to grow.
Well, Dabo, we're grateful for your time. Thank you for your heart and your servant leadership behind our event. You're always so gracious with your time. Last year we got Kathleen. She was harder to schedule than you were, man. I mean,
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
she's she's awesome. She did a great job helping us out. And in year 6, we're gonna cross $1 million for Special Olympics. It's not anything I ever believed. I didn't even know if I could do the task when I first came up with the idea. And the only thing I wish now is that I had thought of it 10 years earlier, because it's getting tougher.
Yep.
It's just
Well, I'm
getting
proud.
more
I'm
challenging.
proud of you. I'm proud of you, and
Thank
just
you.
really appreciate all that you've done. And there's a lot of people that you'll never meet whose life you've impacted. So just know that, and just continue to stay strong, keep the faith, and God will do all the rest for you.
Amen. And same for you, my friend. I'm grateful for everything that you stand for and everything that you've done to make all those people that you're talking about the same.
And
So
you do such a great job with your real job too. I listen, I hear you every now and then. I'm like, I know her. I know her. So it's always kind of cool.
I tell you what, Brad had a hell of a year. He did great.
Whoa, yeah.
So happy for him and the staff, the guys. I mean, what a great collection of hardworking kids, and I
Big time.
enjoyed for them all year. I'm so happy for him. Happy for Kevin Keats as well at NC State. There was a really good run at the end for the ACC, which
No
we know
doubt.
was good for basketball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, keep doing your thing. And if I can ever help, you let me know.
Thank you so much, Dabo. Really appreciate your time.
All right. Good to see y'all.